Ah, howdy, 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 everybody. RJ Smith here with this thing of mine called the Crazy News Channel. And you are in the Asylum, our 9 p.m. show. There is a lot going on. The headlights breaking late this afternoon is that Luigi Mangione, the young man who walked up to I believe he was the CEO of an insurance company. And we see him right on film walking up there and boom, right in the head. Well, today, Pam Bondi decided not to seek the death penalty. So that pretty much takes it off the table for him because that was the federal death penalty. New York does not have a death penalty. So even if they tried him separately, the best he could do is get life. So he got very, very lucky here. I don't know why they would decide to do this other than oftentimes, as a criminologist, let me tell you, oftentimes what happens if you have a defendant that comes in before for first, first, this isn't his first appearance, but anyway, when he comes in, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but he's a white guy. He's got looks about him, I guess, right? He's a good looking kid. So they worry about when they get a jury on there, is there going to be one girl, two girls on there that really like him and don't want to put him to death? And that's the whole reasoning behind that. It's much more likely that a federal jury will find him guilty, but not the death penalty. So they're doing the right thing. They're charging him correctly because, yeah, that's a win-win. I have a hard time imagining if it was someone else there, whether or not he or she would get the death penalty. I understand it's just one person, though. I understand that, right? So that's what's going on right now. But besides this, folks, shit is going crazy. Absolute insanity in Iran. Now they're saying they are going to start a nuclear war. So it definitely looks like it is heating up. My God. I hope it doesn't go how I think it's going to go. I don't even want to say it. I'm so embarrassed to even say it. But we'll see, right? I mean, all we can do is wait and see what's going to happen. And I think we're going to see fairly quickly. I suspect something's going to happen tonight. I don't have any information. I don't have any exclusive source that told me that. It's just a feeling because it tends to be when we strike, it's usually in the middle of the night when people are least expecting it. But I think they're expecting it. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what they got going on. Are you guys hearing anything out there? Let me check something real quick.
Have you had any conversations with Iran in the last few days, and are you planning on any?
I have had, and I am planning on it, yeah.
On January 29th, Iran's military issued a fresh warning, vowing immediate retaliation against any act of aggression by the United States or Israel. Speaking on the state program To the Horizon of Palestine, General Akraminia stated that Iranian forces are now operating under strict new orders, according to Press TV. An army spokesperson added that the lessons learned from the recent 12-day war have fundamentally reshaped Iran's military posture and strategy. Brigadier General Mohammad Akraminia said, and I quote, "We learned in the 12-day war that hesitation and giving the enemy time is absolutely unacceptable. The response must be immediate, and this has been formally communicated as a directive to the armed forces. If the enemy commits another foolish move and once again falls into miscalculation, we will respond instantly and in real time. This is not a scenario where the US president orders an operation and 2 hours later tweets that it's over. That kind of thinking is pure fantasy." Such an attack would ignite a fire that would engulf the entire...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have my mic on. What a fucking idiot. So, listen, I think it's going down, folks. I think it's going down tonight just because, you know, I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I want you to see what these guys are still talking about over here. Come on.
Entire West Asia region. The 2-hour comment is believed to reference the dramatic capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. On January 3rd, U.S. forces carried out a swift raid in Caracas, seizing Maduro in an operation that reportedly lasted only a few hours. Meanwhile, Iranian media reports...
See, this is what they're good at, folks. This is what they're really good at, is what we call a boo game, right? They are hoping that they can scare... This is crazy. Think about this for a minute. Iran, okay, really believes that if they fire 1,000 drones at an aircraft carrier, that they're going to destroy the aircraft carrier. What? Oh, my God. Do you really not understand the power of a superpower? That means your ass is grass, you know it, and you are putting out all this propaganda, trying to get the American people and the Jewish people, you know, all excited. But we all know this is all show.
Have drawn attention to a striking war-themed mural displayed in the heart of Tehran. The mural, set up in the city's Palestine Square, depicts coffins draped with Israeli and American flags, a powerful visual warning to Iran's adversaries. Alongside the mural, a bold message written in both Hebrew and English reads, "Watch out for your soldiers," according to Press TV. However, despite its renewed presence on social media, reports clarify that the artwork is not new and was originally installed on January 4th. Earlier this month, another mural in Tehran...
All right, we went over that yesterday. I'm not going to play for that for you again.
...that additional American warships were moving toward Iran, ready for potential military action.
Say hello?
Have you had any conversations with Iran in the last few days, and are you planning on any?
I have had, and I am planning on it, yeah. We have a lot of very big, very powerful ships sailing to Iran right now. And it would be great if we didn't have to use them. Okay?
Can you say what the message was that you...
Acrimania sharply criticized...
Nobody's seen anything like this.
General Acrimania sharply...
Oh, this freaking... This comic.
criticized Donald Trump's leadership, describing it as unpredictable and driven by coercive thinking. He claimed that during the 12-day war, Trump initially sought Iran's surrender, but later moved to halt the fighting after facing resistance. The army spokesman added,
"What resistance? What planet are these people living on? There was no... Guys, do you remember any resistance? I don't remember resistance. I remember Israelis going in there, cleaning out all the air power that we had to worry about. And then I remember our invisible planes taking out your nuclear. I didn't see anything that you guys did that was a concern to a superpower like America or China or, you know, basically the only two superpowers around."
That Iran has now finalized detailed operational plans to respond under multiple attack scenarios. Acrimania warned that even a limited military strike against Iran would trigger a widespread retaliatory response across the region.
Right. I want to ask you guys, you're watching this like I am. Have you heard anything from Hezbollah or, you know, Gaza or anything like that? Any of these proxies? No, not a word. Because they know what's getting ready to happen.
According to him, all U.S. military bases in the Middle East are well within the striking range of Iran's advanced missiles and drones.
A military attack against us is possible by the U.S. What we hear in Trump's speech is a continued pressure in any form. Although his statements change frequently, a military strike remains one possible scenario. The broader assessment is that they may eventually resort to military action.
Oh my gosh, you guys are totally sick in the head. You haven't learned yet, have you?
If that happens, it appears the Americans will be seeking a rapid, short, lightning style, and limited operation. The Americans may once again miscalculate.
How did we miscalculate before? They said once again miscalculate. Where was the other miscalculation? Because I don't seem to recall that. I remember your ass is getting hit. And then that's it. Our planes came home. What are you talking about?
Smallest strike against Iran, given that we have orders and our fingers on the trigger, will be met with an immediate response to any act of aggression. Such a move could lead to consequences that would not be pleasant
Oh,
for
look at this guy. Look at this freaking guy over here, huh? Holy macaroni. Look at this freaking
the Americans. The Americans have numerous bases, all of which are within range of our medium-range missiles, even no need for long-range ones.
Right.
Their positions are within the range of our short-range drones, which enable us
Of course,
to
your
target some of
drones,
their positions.
let me tell you, your drones are not going to make it, buddy, okay? We have a weapon that knocks them all down, so sorry. What else you got?
Using a wide range of semi-heavy weapons. I state clearly that if the Americans make such a miscalculation, it will certainly not be as quick as Trump imagines. An operation carried out and then, 2 hours later, a tweet saying, yes, the
Well, it won't be a tweet, it'll be an X post, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
operation is over and we will take no action against Iran. And you
Look at the visuals that they put out. You know, this is all to their own people. Nobody else believes this, right? In the world, the only people who believe it are these propagandists who put it out on their state, you know, Iran state TV, where everything is, you know, scripted. Nobody goes off script. But look at behind. They got our 3 aircraft carriers that are going into the area in, you know, burning and planes falling off of them. Really? Do you really not know the defensive power of the United States? Wow.
don't do anything. There is no such a thing at all. And the war would definitely extend across the entire geography of the region, from the Zionist regime to the countries where the United States has military bases near us.
Yeah, okay. Are any of you scared of this?
Stated that Iran's armed forces are now operating at a higher level of readiness than they were before the June 2025 conflict. He highlighted the rapid repairs made to.
Here's the thing. Yeah, they have a ton of missiles, and they are a threat. But they're not a threat to America. They're not a threat to our aircraft carriers because I suspect we're sending in the stealth bombers, and all of these missiles are going to be taken out. Just like that. You can bet Mossad has given the coordinates to the U.S. military. You're not even going to get them off the ground.
Iran's air defense systems and the
Stupid.
extensive upgrades carried out across the country's ground, naval, and air units.
Ground, naval, and air units. Okay, they don't have a navy, right? They have what they call a drone carrier, where they take a bunch of drones out and launch them. They have that. They don't have an aircraft carrier. Don't listen to bullshit. Let's take a look at the map real quick. All right. So what we're looking at, as if you haven't been here the last couple of days, been watching, we've been watching this really close. This is the airspace, and this is Iran we're looking at, okay? This is really, really, really interesting. Because here's Tehran, and you got Isfahan, that's another nuclear site. And then you've got, of course, Desful, and you have down here, where is it? Where is it? I think it's down more, maybe. Sharaf. But man, there's a lot of planes. Let's check these planes out, folks, because this is strange. Look at this. Look at this. What are these? Okay. What's that one? Okay, regular. By the way, I don't know if you heard the news or not, but earlier today, an Iranian state jumbo jet took off. And nobody knows what's on it, but it did fly to Moscow and land. So somebody fled the country. We don't know who it is yet. Where are you at, America? Okay. What's that? We're probably going to be right outside. I bet you we're right outside of it. Not, there you go. Not available. Where are you at? I know you guys are here somewhere. Yeah. Now, it could very well be that they have turned off their IFS, right? So that nobody can see where they're at. That is one of the things the U.S. military is very good at. Yeah, I don't see any military aircraft. But earlier today, man, they were everywhere. Now, none of the Gulf states are letting us take off to use their airspace. Understand that because they are afraid of the missiles. Although something you're not being told right now is that right in here. Let me get rid of these. You know what? I'll get rid of the passenger planes. And we'll get rid of the cargo planes, which just leaves helicopters, drones, and military government. So this tells you right here that, oh, we have a drone up. This is a drone. Yep. Oh, it's a typhoon. Oh, here we go, folks. See that? So we do have planes up. Once you take all the passenger jets out of there, there's another one. This is, by the way, the what they call the doomsday plane there. Here's another one. So we're all over the region. Here's another one. So, okay, there's something going on. There's definitely operations going on, without a doubt. And that drone has been up all day. We've been watching it pretty closely. We'll check it out before we leave for today. Let's go over here. I don't know if you heard or not, but today Don Lemon was arrested. This stems out of Sunday's service. Was it last Saturday or Sunday? When these crazy people, the anti-ICE protesters, went into a church that had nothing to do with ICE or nothing, right? They went into the church. They went in screaming. They interrupted the Christian service. They got in people's faces. They wouldn't let people leave. Someone got a broken arm. Now, Don Lemon says he's just the reporter. Don Lemon. I really did. I think he might have overstepped a little bit on this one, because here's the thing. What he's charged with is interrupting a religious service. And you could go to prison for that in federal. That's a civil rights complaint, right? And because 3 judges failed to accept the charges, all, by the way, of a certain party. Don't know who. But yeah, so they went to the grand jury. And here's the thing. They went to the grand jury, everybody, in Minnesota, and got a freaking grand jury indictment. Now, everybody's freaking out about this, but I'm not, because I know the statute he's charged under, actually the KKK statute in the federal system. It's funny that he's being charged with now with that. That's crazy. And then there's another religious one that he's being charged with. But all he has to do, or anyone really, is go into that place with any intention other than taking part in a religious service. If you go in there to disrupt it, if you go in there and make threats, if you go in there and prevent people from leaving, if you go in there and make people feel uncomfortable, that is a federal crime. Now, let's turn it around. Let's just turn it on its face, because everybody knows it's true. Let's say it was a white guy or a Hawaiian guy or, a black guy or some other guy, right? Let's say they went into a Baptist church on Sunday and started doing the same thing he did. Let's give me a good Republican reporter, leaning. Let's say Brett Baer, whatever his name is. He does this, but he does it to a black Baptist church. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that people will be saying, "Oh, it's just his job. He has a right to do that"? You think that would happen? I wonder.
Los Angeles, we see Don Lemon walking out. Let's listen right now.
One thing a reporter never wants is to become the story. And unfortunately, that's what's happened here. This just happened not long ago, folks.
Right over there. There's a mic stand over there.
This just happened a couple hours ago. This is California. That's why you're still seeing daylight. They were actually at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and he was arrested just after midnight, which is what all police do. They always come for you at night, so they think you're sleeping. It's easy.
Can everybody hear me? Are you guys set? Everybody ready? So look, I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I have no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything.
Oh.
I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever.
Well, I don't know. 30 years in prison might have something to say about that.
Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years. And that.
Okay, to be fair, he hasn't been breaking into churches with protesters and interrupting innocent people who are just trying to have their moment with God. He's never done that before. No reporter's ever done that before. And the reason is, yes, you can go in and you can cover stuff, but you've got to have permission. This is private property. You can't go in there and just start filming people in a church. It's against federal law. Folks, look it up. Tomorrow, if you want, I'll bring the statue and read it to you.
Is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them.
Now, this is the guy who was at CNN, but then he got fired. They brought him back, and then they fired him again, and now he's a YouTuber. Okay, like me.
And I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court.
Yeah, that's all bluster, guys. He's not looking forward to that day in court. Trust me. You're talking probably somewhere in the area of $5 to $10 million just for the lawyer. If you get other lawyers, it's going to go higher. I mean, this is insanity, okay? But the money he's going to spend on this does not equate to the likes and the subscribes that he got from the actual story, which I understand is minimum. So yeah, we'll let him go ahead and think he can beat the system, and he might. You never know, right? The system, that's our system. You go, prosecution says one way, defense the other way, and then the jury comes in and says, screw you both, we're doing this. So you never know what's going to happen. The other story is Mangione, right? They're not doing the death penalty. But this is the guy, I don't know if you heard or not. This is the guy who just a day or so ago tried to break him out of the federal Brooklyn house of detention. Now, when he was asked for an ID, he said he was an FBI agent. And when he was asked for ID, he presented his driver's license. He gave them his driver's license. They're like, no, we need your ID, your credentials, your badge, your FBI ID. He didn't have any of that. So he got arrested, dumbass. This is him shooting at a camera. Just what? Was it the same time? Anyway, wait, check it out, and I'll get back with you, okay? It has no sound. Oh, that sucks. Real Einstein there. Got him on camera.
Mark was an employee here for a little over a year. Never showed signs of any.
I don't.
Come on, get back to there. Sorry about that.
Mark was an employee here for a little over a year. Never showed signs of anything that he would do something like this. But he was relieved of duty last year, right around April. And he's been a little chaotic in my life since then. And this culminated with this issue yesterday or the day before, Wednesday night, I guess it was. Other than that, I can't answer too many more questions or anything because of ongoing litigations against me and the business from him. And it seems like he seems to be a very good...
Well, let me make you feel good, sir. That lawsuit will be shite now. Don't worry about it. Because after what he just did, shooting at the store with a BB gun or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still the act, right? You have to look at the act and the intent. The intent was to do your business dirty. Even if it was a BB gun, pellet gun, those things break windows, right? So he did that because you fired him. I mean, I don't think you're going to get a lawsuit because this guy will be in jail. You know, unfortunately, maybe you will get a countersuit. I mean, nobody's going to believe him now, right? In a lawsuit, you have to have some. You have to have some truth. You know, there's got to be something that people can grab onto and say, yeah, I believe that. But once a guy starts shooting stuff like that at your business and then tries to break somebody out of a federal jail with a freaking driver's license, who the fuck is going to believe that lawsuit? So there you go. There's your gift. You ain't got to worry about nothing. That's going to be over with. Yeah, and this is what the judge actually did. So this is for you guys. Hope you enjoy it.
Judge ruling Luigi Mangione will not face the death penalty in the alleged killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The judge agreed to dismiss 2 charges against Mangione. The first, murder through the use of a firearm. That's the charge that carries the death penalty. The second charge dismissed was a firearms offense.
I'm getting ready to curse, guys. Who the hell can walk up to somebody on the street and shoot them in the back of their head, murder, outright cold-blooded murder, and then go eat McDonald's, okay? Oh, my God. They're dropping the count of murder? Are you freaking kidding me? And the count of a firearm with the murder? And you leave him with 2 counts of stalking, ending in death. That's not a freaking, life sentence, bro. Why is he not being charged with murder? I don't understand this. Something does not smell good.
The judge also denying the defense's request to throw out some of the evidence against Mangione. This means everything found when police initially searched him in that small-town McDonald's will go to trial. That includes the alleged murder weapon, the notebook police have described as a manifesto, and lawyers for Mangione are reacting to these rulings just outside the courtroom.
What was Mr. Mangione's reaction when he learned that?
Hey, these people are all connected. Look, this is a rich kid, right? Now, this lady right here is his lawyer, and she is married to the guy on the left. Does the guy on the left look very familiar to you? Yes. Guess why? He was Diddy's lawyer. Okay, so this guy's family has that kind of money to hire these people. Like, we're talking millions, right? Diddy's lawyer, his lawyer. They're married. It's insane.
Death penalty was off the table.
We're all very relieved.
How much of a setback is it that the judge is going to allow the contents of the backpack at trial?
We're prepared and have been prepared to fight this case, and we look forward to fighting this case.
How do you fight it?
We should note that Mangione has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges against him. Here to discuss, NBC News legal analyst Misty Maris.
Well, I got to tell you guys, I saw the video just like everybody else, and I got to tell you, I'm not seeing it. I don't understand. But apparently, it wasn't a murder. Jesus Christ, guys. I'll see you right back here at 9 a.m. in the morning. Good night. Have a good one.